Charges have been dismissed against a 19-year-old Alliance woman charged with fentanyl distribution in Box Butte County. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, Kaya Cordell was the target of a Wing Drug Task Force investigation last August, where she reportedly sold fentanyl to a CI working for the task force on 2 separate occasions. A warrant for her arrest was issued in February, and she was arrested in Scottsbluff following a traffic stop and was ultimately sentenced to 121 days in Scottsbluff County Jail on convictions of possession of a controlled substance. When she returned to Box Butte County to answer to the fentanyl distribution charges, Judge Paul West ordered the case to be dismissed with prejudice. Cordell did receive 3 years probation on a separate Box Butte County case for possession of a controlled substance. Well, a 3-day trial has been set for a Chadron man charged in a 2021 violent assault that caused the victim to sustain life-threatening injuries. In the early morning hours of October 28th, Chadron police were dispatched to an apartment complex in reference to a man that was severely beaten. Witnesses say that Sean Russell assaulted the man and also stole several firearms and the victim's vehicle. The victim was airlifted to Regional West from Chadron Community Hospital, and his injuries were described as life-threatening. The 29-year-old has pleaded not guilty to the charges, including first-degree assault, robbery, possession of a firearm by a prohibited person, and possession of a stolen firearm. And the popular Saddle Rock Trail at the Scottsbluff National Monument has reopened for the hiking enjoyment of the public, thanks to the hard work of the park's maintenance crew. However, the trail surface has sustained some damage, so a temporary walking surface is in place with repair work continuing through the fall. In a news release, Superintendent Dan Morford reminds all trail users to watch their footing and be aware of surroundings as they use the trail. The monument grounds, including the Saddle Rock Trail, are open sunrise to sunset. We'll have more news right after this.
Swipe right, swipe left, endlessly searching. Finding the perfect match isn't always perfect, but it can be when it comes to finances. Nora found the perfect business loan. Jenny opened her first savings account. Grammy loves her checking account. We found a match for Wilson Farms. The Sandersons were matched with a mortgage. Regardless of your financial situation, Platte Valley Bank will match you with the perfect solution. Find your match at Platte Valley Bank.
As Baird School District prepares for the new school year, they are still looking for staff. The search started last year, but Baird still hasn't been able to find teachers to fill all the positions they have open. Superintendent Rod Olson says this last year they looked for a new teacher for special education, Spanish, industrial technology, and business. Olson says they are also looking for a transportation director who will play a key role in the district, planning bus routes and making sure the buses run smoothly, among other things. The school works together to make sure the bus routes run smoothly and that there are people available to staff them.
In addition to that, all of our custodians and all of our coaches and some additional staff members now have their 14-passenger bus license. So we got people that can jump in at any time. I mean, I did it this summer to help out with the Camp Scott program. We had one of our drivers was custodians were driving there, and then he had to get back here and work, and so then I filled in for him on that. So we'll make it work. A small school just has to, work with your personnel, and the fact that we got all these folks that picked up that 14-passenger license is great.
The existing preschool will be adding an additional 4-year-old class and may add an additional half-day 3-year-old class.
The state of Nebraska, our biggest exporter are students. Typically, students coming out of Nebraska have a good solid education, and then the second thing is they typically have a good work ethic. So they can go East Coast, West Coast, the Gulf. They hire them up like that. So, and I think that we do a very good job here at Baird with that, but our neighbors do too. So we're all very, we help each other out too.
School starts August 17th. For more information, go to the district website at www.bairdpublicschools.org. In Baird, Rebecca White, KNEB.TV News.
Well, one of Scottsbluff's largest affordable housing locations gets a new breath of life in it as a new firm looks to purchase the Lincoln House Apartments. During last Monday's City Council meeting, members heard from GLS Properties, who is looking to sell the property to Inter-Pacific Advantage Asset Management out of Oregon. The move would require the council to forgive 2 community development block grants totaling $125,000, but the developer said they would want to keep the 35-unit building for low to moderate income families. City Attorney Kent Haydenfeld said the sale is beneficial for Scottsbluff.
And as a follow-up, if the city's looking for some new investment and energy in this project, this is typically what happens because the CDBG was given to us through a program through the state. And we've cleaned all that off now. We got that taken care of. They have a closeout letter. They're not expecting repayment. And as a matter of fact, if we did get repaid, we'd have to, I don't know what we do actually, because we don't have a CDBG program anymore.
After about 15 minutes of discussion, the council voted 4-0 in approval to release the CDBG loan fund on the Lincoln House project.
To sum up the past 20 years in one word, exceptional. It's one of our core values. But our people have been truly exceptional. Our customer support has been exceptional. In 20 years, where will Allo be? When we started, we were just a business fiber company. Then the demand came from residential. Now the products of both business and residential just continue to expand. We've got to start with customers' needs and always work backwards. The customers will tell us and our teammates will take it.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
We're going to be dealing with clear skies across the area this evening. Temperatures slide down into the 50s and maybe even the upper 40s out there. Another cool night coming tonight as we were tying record lows this morning across the region. Temps do warm back up, though, tomorrow. Downright hot temps are coming, though, as we get through the rest of the week. No major precip in sight through the weekend. Yesterday, we hit just 75 after a morning low of 51 degrees. As far as precip goes, nothing in the rain gauge yesterday. We're half of what what we should have had so far here in the month of August, and still running 6.8 inches above normal. After a above normal day, our first one of the month on Saturday, we were well below normal yesterday. And today as well. We're going to jump right back up there, though, as we go through the weekend and through the rest of the week and into the weekend. Precip, we've been dry for the last couple of days, and we will be most of this week as well. As you can see, chances here of precip pretty light and slight at best. Maybe a very isolated stray shower or storm Friday or Saturday. That's really about it. Winds are going to be fairly in check. Could be a bit breezy during the day Thursday. Otherwise, fairly calm. Severe weather threat well to our east and south and away the area. It's going to be mainly dry here in the high plains through most of this week. And as far as rainfall goes, again, nothing anywhere near our vicinity. Maybe down in the high country of western Colorado could be experiencing some above normal precip. Temperatures right now, generally speaking, in the 70s. That cooler air and 60s even in some locations has slid into the region. A little warmer than what we had yesterday, but still in the 70s across most of the Cornhusker State and most of Wyoming as well. Pretty comfortable readings out there, anywhere from looks like 73 in Cheyenne to 79 in Torrington and Scotts Bluff. That'll cover all of our temperatures. Winds are light out of the north, under 10 miles an hour, gusting maybe at 15. It's going to be a very quiet night. Clear skies and light and variable winds out there tonight with nothing doing in the weather department. As we go into tomorrow, we're going to have another sunny day. Very little going on out there, as it's going to be dry here across the region, and nothing happening precip-wise on into Tuesday night and Wednesday morning, and even through the day Wednesday. Could see a few clouds slide in from the north on Wednesday, but that is about it. Lows overnight down into the 40s to near 50. Highs tomorrow rebounding into the 90s, 80s and 90s, and no precip coming our way here, as it's going to remain dry across the region. Cool tonight, lows down around 49. Tomorrow, sunny, beautiful looking day going our way, 93 your high. And it's going to get even warmer, near 100 on Wednesday and Friday, in the mid and upper 90s the rest of the week, as the next 7 days looks to be dry and hot to warm.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
Culture trumps everything else.
In my years, I've never worked for a company that treats people the way this one does.
It is my passion for agriculture that brought me here in the first place, but not only that, there's a huge family-oriented atmosphere within the 21st Century Equipment.
I love working for 21st. They found something in me that I didn't know in myself. An intern to where I'm at now is such a great opportunity, and that is what this company is about.
At FNBO, we've turned up the rate so you can earn more, save more, and do more. Right now, at your nearest branch, you can get 5% APY for 17 months on our special offer CD. Don't wait on a great rate. Give yourself and your savings a great big boost with the Great Big Small Bank.
Now, sports from the FNBO Sports Desk. FNBO, the Great Big Small Bank.
It's time to check in on a few more teams around the region. The start of the fall sports season rapidly approaching. Let's begin at WNCC, where the Cougar volleyball team is looking to continue their great history. Last year, the Cougars finishing in the top 6 at the national tournament. This year, plenty of roster turnover for head coach Benny Canales, with just one starter returning. So this lead into the season has been key in getting everyone on the same page.
Right now, they don't know each other. They're from different parts of the world. They're a little bit quiet, trying to kind of ease into it, and we need them to ease a little faster. And they are. They started to gel a lot faster, and we're excited.
A new year, a new team, a new identity. Here's Canales on what he sees as a strength for the team here early on.
We're a very good blocking team. We have a great setter. She was a first-team All-American. We have tremendous hitters. Right now we're working on our chemistry, our passing. Those things are taking a little longer than we needed, but it'll get there.
That lone returning starter is All-American Chanel Martinez. The Cougars set to open the season. That'll be this Friday and Saturday at the always tough Reaver Classic in Council Bluffs, Iowa.
Top 10, top 20. They're going to be good. Iowa Western's always good. We'll play Butler. We'll play Indian Hills. We're going to play a really good schedule, so we're excited about that.
The Cougars will hold some home scrimmages coming up tomorrow at Cougar Palace, starting at 2:30 against EWC. Later in the day, they'll take on Chadron State. On the gridiron, teams have put the opening week of fall camp in the rearview mirror. One team in the area expecting more big things this season. That's over at Mitchell High School. After going 8-2 last year, the Tigers and head coach Nick Cookshausen are looking pretty prime for more success this season.
Yeah, we got a really veteran group. We got a lot of juniors and seniors in the mix. A lot of those guys were a big part of our success last year. And, for us, things didn't end the way we wanted to last year, the way we finished those last 2 games out and some of the things that happened to us. So they're really hungry. They've worked really hard this offseason, and up to this fall camp, they've had great energy, and they're pushing really hard right now.
Yeah, the Tigers started 8-0 and then lost their regular season finale to Gordon Rushville a year ago, and then a first-round playoff loss to Hardington Cedar Catholic. They were banged up late in the year, including star quarterback Cale Peters, who's back for his senior season.
Yep, Cale's worked really hard to get his body back repaired. He had he had injury during football, and then he got banged up during wrestling. So he's healthy now. So he kind of gets our offense going, and then we got a lot of pieces around him that can make us pretty explosive. So and those guys have really developed themselves and came a long way over the course of the year as well.
The Tigers look big up front again. Plenty of skilled kids to touch the ball in the backfield. A healthy Peters and the Tigers chasing that elusive first playoff win in school history.
We're very hungry. We're going to start the season off strong, and we made it to the playoffs 2 out of 3 years, and we still haven't won one, so that's what we're looking for.
Mitchell set to open on the road against Wheatland, Wyoming next Friday. The Bridgeport football team, they'll open this Friday with a Week 0 game at North Platte St. Pat's. I'll catch up with head coach Jeremy Reimers coming up tomorrow morning. We'll be previewing the Bridgeport opener later in the week at the Radio Sports Desk. That is the latest today from the FNBO Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell.
At FNBO, we've turned up the rate so you can earn more, save more, and do more. Right now, at your nearest branch, you can get 5% APY for 17 months on our special offer CD. Don't wait on a great rate. Give yourself and your savings a great big boost with the Great Big Small Bank.
Let's take a look at your community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you plan for tomorrow while you enjoy today. Our personalized trust services can help you do just that. You've worked hard to build your legacy, and you want to make sure that gets passed on for generations to come. We offer the professional guidance necessary to ensure that happens, according to your wishes. We pride ourselves in being friendly and professional while offering a highly tailored full line of trust and estate planning services to accommodate you. You belong here.
And finally tonight, the 2023 Old West Balloon Fest has come and gone, and attendees to Saturday evening's closing ceremonies were treated to something new and very entertaining. Following the night glow at Five Rocks in Gering, folks were treated to an illuminated drone show featuring 100 synced drones. The shapes they formed included hot air balloons, Scottsbluff National Monument with a moving wagon, Chimney Rock, and several Nebraska farming-themed illuminations as well. This was the first year that the Old West Balloon Fest featured this attraction, and based on the crowd's reaction following the approximately 10-minute show, it would be a welcome addition in 2024. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.